The diner was nearly empty when Luke Caldwell slid into a corner booth, his 7-year-old daughter, Emma, tucked under his arm. It was one of those small-town diners that smelled of strong coffee and memories, the kind of place that seemed stuck in time, a refuge for people nursing quiet heartbreaks. Luke was a single dad, working 2 jobs and barely keeping it together. But tonight was supposed to be special. Emma had scored her first A on a spelling test, and he promised her pancakes for dinner, even though it meant blowing through what little cash he had left. A young waitress approached the table, pad in hand, eyes cast downward. Her name tag said Hannah, but what struck Luke wasn't her name, it was how lifeless her expression seemed. Not even a polite smile for Emma, whose curly hair and gap-toothed grin usually charmed everyone she met. He ordered pancakes for Emma and a coffee for himself. As Hannah walked away, Luke leaned back, frowning. There was something in her posture, not rudeness, but something heavy. Over the next half hour, Luke watched her move from table to table, robotic and quiet. Other customers barely noticed, but Luke did. Maybe it was because he knew what it felt like to carry a weight no one else could see. When she brought their check, Luke finally asked. "Hannah," he said gently, "why don't you ever smile? I bet you have a beautiful one." For a moment, she froze. Then she slowly lifted her eyes, and Luke saw they were glassy, shimmering with tears she'd been holding back all night. She swallowed hard, then whispered, "Because, smiling feels like lying." Luke didn't know what to say. But Emma, who had been coloring quietly, looked up and said innocently, "My mommy used to smile even when she was sad. But then she got sick, and Daddy says we don't have to pretend anymore." Hannah's breath hitched. She bit her lip, gripping the edge of the table. Then, without warning, she sat down across from them. "I had a little boy," she began softly, her voice cracking. "He was 6. Leukemia. He passed away 3 months ago. I haven't. I don't know how to be anymore." Luke's chest tightened. His own grief over his divorce, the endless lonely nights, suddenly seemed small. He reached across the table and took her trembling hand. "I can't imagine your pain," he said honestly. "But you don't have to carry it alone. Not tonight." The 3 of them sat there for a long time, Hannah quietly crying, Luke just holding her hand, and Emma patting her arm. A strange little family for just one night, bound by unspoken sorrow, and something else too, the fragile hope that tomorrow could be better. When it came time to pay, Luke left his last $20 bill under the check with a note. "You made our night better just by being here. Let someone make yours better too. Keep going, the world needs your smile." Hannah found the note a few minutes after they left, folded next to Emma's crayon drawing of a big smiling sun with the words, "For Hannah. It's okay to smile again." She pressed the paper to her heart and, for the first time in months, let herself smile through the tears. That night, Hannah didn't just remember the kindness of a stranger, she felt something shift. A tiny light flickered in her darkness, reminding her that even the smallest acts of compassion can keep someone going. And Luke, driving home with Emma asleep in the back seat, found himself thinking. Maybe we're all just here to remind each other that we're not alone. No one knows the silent battles others are fighting. A kind word, a gentle question, a small act of generosity, it costs nothing but could mean everything. Even on your hardest days, choose kindness. You never know whose life it might save, including your own.